going to learn about area. Area is something we can discover about shapes. The area of a shape refers to how much space is inside of it. Area is very different from perimeter. If you'll remember, perimeter is the space around a shape. Area is the space inside of a shape. Alright, so area is the space inside of a shape, and perimeter is the space around a shape. So they're very different, aren't they? And this video is all about area. We're going to learn how to find the space inside of a shape. This should be fun. Let's play a game called What's the Area? We want to find the area of this shape. What kind of shape is this? Yeah, a square. Remember, the area of a shape is the space inside of the shape. We are going to measure the area of the shape using square units. So, the area of the shape is how much space is inside of it. So, how many square units are inside of this square? Do you know? If you don't, just count them up. Yeah, 4. There are 4 square units in this square. 4 square units is the area of this square. Okay, that was cool, right? Let's try figuring out the area of this rectangle. Just like last time, we are going to measure the area of this rectangle using square units. Remember, the area of a shape is the space inside of the shape. So, how many square units are in this rectangle? Do you know? Yeah, there are 5 square units in this rectangle. Great job.
To find the area of a shape, you have to use multiplication. Let's get our multiplication skills sharpened. We will need those to find the area of a shape.
So, how do you find the area of a square or a rectangle using multiplication? All you have to do is multiply the length times the width to get the area. Here, we'll show you. Let's say we want to find the area of this rectangle. It is 6 feet long and 1 foot wide. Remember, to find the area of a square or a rectangle, all we have to do is multiply the length times the width. The length times the width is the area. It's just simple multiplication. So we would write 6 times 1. 6 times 1 will give us the area of this rectangle. What is 6 times 1? Do you know? Yeah, 6 times 1 is 6. Whenever you multiply a number times 1, it stays the same. So our answer is 6 feet squared. That little 2 next to feet means squared. It tells us that the rectangle has 6 square feet of space inside. The area is 6 feet squared. Why don't we try another one? Let's say we want to find the area of this square. It is 3 centimeters long on each side. Remember, to find the area of a square or a rectangle, all we have to do is multiply the length times the width. For a square, the length and the width are the same size, aren't they? Well, the length times the width is the area. So we just have to multiply. We would write 3 times 3. 3 times 3 will give us the area of this square. What is 3 times 3? Do you know? Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9. The area of this square is 9 centimeters squared. That little 2 next to centimeters means squared. It tells us that the square has 9 square centimeters of space inside. That was so cool. What about this rectangle? What is the area of this rectangle? As you can see, it is 4 meters long and 2 meters wide. Remember, to find the area of a square or a rectangle, all we have to do is multiply the length times the width. The length times the width is the area. It's just simple multiplication. So we would write 4 times 2. 4 times 2 will give us the area of this rectangle. What is 4 times 2? Do you know? Yeah, 4 times 2 is 8. So the area of this rectangle is 8 meters squared. That little 2 next to meters means square. It tells us that the rectangle has 8 square meters of space inside.
Quick tip about area. When you find the area of a shape, the answer is always squared. That means when you write your answer, if your answer is 50 square feet, you can write, or 50 feet squared. That little 2 makes all the difference, or you can write square feet. It lets us know that there are 50 of those little squares that we talked about in the beginning in your object. Guys, I also want to point out that this formula that we learned today, L times W for area, is only for squares and rectangles. We will also learn about circles and triangles, but today our formula A equals L times W is only for squares and rectangles. Using our knowledge, I want you to open the assignment in your account, and it is called Finding the Area of Rectangles. So you are looking for the assignment, Finding the Area of Rectangles, attached to this video. We're going to work this together, and you'll work one on your own. The first thing we're going to do is draw a rectangle with a length of 5 and width of 8. This really helps us out because we have our square units already pictured. We're going to count them out. So we're going to start with our length of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using your Kami, you can draw a line across 5 squares and the width of 8. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. To connect those together, we're still going to go down on the right, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because we know in a rectangle, our length and width is the same on both sides. So this length is also 5 at the bottom, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a rectangle with a length of 5, we did that, and a width of 8. The next thing we are going to do is to determine our equation to find the area. What is our equation for area? Yes, area equals L times W. And let's solve that. So the length for this equation is 5. A equals 5 times our width is 8. Yes. So our area equals 5 times 8. And what is 5 times 8? 5 multiplied by 8. 5 times 8 equals 40. We do not have to put this 2 here because they already have square units. So our area equals 40 square units. If we counted those boxes one by one, there would be 40 square units inside. The area is the inside. Number 2, complete on your own. Now this is a 6 by 6. So what are we going to do? Pause this video to complete number 2 on your own. Draw the 6 by 6 rectangle. Count over 6, down 6, draw your shape. Write the equation just like I did here and determine the square units for number 2. You may pause this video to complete number 2. For number 3, we are going to find the area of the rectangle. What is the length for number 3? Yes, 5 centimeters. There it is. And what is the width? Yes, 3. What is our equation to find the area? Our area is going to equal 5, our length, times our width. And 5 times 3 equals, yes, 15. So our area is 15 square centimeters. Your turn. For number 4, what is the length? Write it on this line. What is the width? Write it on this line. And the equation. What am I going to multiply? What am I going to multiply? And what is the answer? What is my area? Pause this video so you're able to complete number 4. Number 5. Mrs. Mulbasari wants to cover a board with fabric. The board is a rectangle that is 9 feet long and 5 feet high. How many square feet of fabric will Mrs. Mulberry need? We are going to draw our rectangle just to help us out and give us a visual. Important information here. It's 9 feet long, 9 feet long, and 5 feet high. How many square feet of fabric will Mrs. Mulberry need? What we are going to do, what's our equation? Yes, 9 times 5. And what is the area? We have to multiply 9 times 5 equals, yes, 45. Well done. Make sure that you completed number 2 and 4 on your own. Make sure that you completed that independently. And then please turn this in, submit it on Kami. Once you have submitted the first assignment, finding the area of rectangles, open up your assignment, area of a rectangle, area of a rectangle, and it will also say independent. So that's what you're looking for. Area of a rectangle, independent. Let's get started. Draw a rectangle that has length of 9 units and width of 4 units. Draw a rectangle that has length of 9 units and width of 4 units. Let's do this one together. So 9 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, this is a rectangle, so my sides are going to be the same. Just going to connect the dots here. 9, 4. What is my equation to determine the area? I'm going to put a little reminder here. 9 and 4, so I can remind myself. So now it comes time for my equation. And my equation is length, 9, because 9 is my length. 9 is my length times 4, my width. Area equals 9 times 4. 9 times 4 equals 36. Area equals 36 square units. Your turn. You know what to do for number 2. Draw a rectangle that has a length of 7 units and a width of 8 units. Use your squares. Use your squares. Count 7 across, 8 down to draw your rectangle. To help you out, area equals length times width. What is your length? What is your width? And here's where you will put the answer. Area equals square units. Let's just keep going. I mean, you are rocking on area. Let's keep going. The great thing this time is they helped us with the formula. So we have that up top. We're filling in the blanks. We also already have the numbers, so we do not have to draw a rectangle. It's provided for us. We know the measurement. So our equation is area equals length times width. Remember? So what is our length for this rectangle? Yes, 8 times our width. And what is the width for this rectangle? Yes, 6. Now, this is multiplication that you know. I know it's numbers that we don't work with all the time, but you can do it. What is 8 times 6? Absolutely 48 square feet. Your turn. Write the equation for this rectangle. Write the equation for this rectangle where the length is 3 and the width is 7. L times W. You may pause this video to complete number 4. Number 5. Riley's dining room tabletop is 9 feet long and 6 feet wide. What is the area of the tabletop? Do we have to draw a rectangle, or do we have the information that we need? Do we already have the length times with the length or width? Yes, we have both of them. So in this case, we do not have to draw our rectangle. Let's go straight to our equation. A equals 9 times 6. We already know our length and our width. And what is that answer? What is 9 times 6? Yes, 54. For the practice, you are going to practice with subtraction. This is a skill that we learned last couple weeks ago, actually. What is 368 minus 59? You're going to write the answer. What is 194 minus 147? What is the answer? 1,729 minus 623. It may help to stack your place values just like we practiced before. So for example, number 6, 368. I know it's small, but let's use the room that we have. Minus 59. I'm lining up my columns just to make my math easy. You might have to do the same. So please solve those 3 subtraction problems. Submit this assignment in Kami. And that is all she wrote for your length and width, otherwise known as your area.